be playing from right to left on your screen in the black shade, whereas the Australia Icons will be playing in something that would appear uniform close to Queensland Reds. They'll be putting on a red maroonish stripe, playing from left to right. Cavaliers quicker off the block. It's interesting, William.
Yes.
None of these sides are keen on taking contact in the early stages of the tournament. All of them looking for space, trying to run on through the gaps, getting a chance to also blow out and just get a bit of that fatigue off the system. Some of these teams got in on Tuesday. Australia Icons, for instance, were in Nairobi by Tuesday. Boland Cavaliers just got in on Thursday. So just perhaps trying to break out a sweat and get into the rhythm of things earlier on in the tournament.
Yeah, Boland Cavaliers, a provincial team from South Africa, and the Kenya 15 team did actually play with Boland in the Vodacom Cup, but this is their 7th team, which has come to play at the Safaricom Sevens 2014 edition. And Boland, with all the hard running so far, and this will be try number 1 for Boland. They open the scoring here. Try number 1 for Boland.
Held onto the ball very, very religiously, and a minute later they actually scored the first try.
And the try scorer is Chandro Ezel with opening try for Boland. And the conversion is good, and Boland leading 7-0 against the Australia Icons. Victor Odwar is our center referee. Boland from South Africa against the Australia Icons. And Boland with a restart. Last year, the Kenya Sevens team beat the Australia Renegades in the final of the tournament. And we do have another Australian team here. The Australia Icons. And it's a good break there from the Australia Icons. And this will probably be another try here. Fesolai Louise at the corner, leveling matters up for Australia. Icons, Australia Icons 5, Boland 7.
Louis Fesolai showing that he's absolutely not scared of contact. Did bust a gut there, trying to get the try line, and showed his physical grit right at the end, maintaining his ability and coast ability and scoring. Conversion wide by the Icons, so the scores remain Boland 7, Icons 5.
And remember, this is a Pool C encounter. The other teams in this pool are Kenya Morans and Samurai. I mean Kenya Morans and the Welsh Warriors, I beg your pardon. Pool C. And Boland there, just Boland player being held up. But eventually he loses the ball. And Boland penalized for an intentional knock-on. The Australia Icons smelling blood here. They look like they can score second try. Samoa Alex being ably supported there by Gray Jared of the Australia Icons. Jared finding Fesolai Louise, the try scorer, but there was a hint of a forward pass there, so it's going to be scrum feed to the Boland Cavaliers. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Safaricom Sevens 2014 edition here at the Mo International Sports Center, Kasarani. The 19th year we're having this great tournament. And the foreign teams here putting on a great display. The Australia Iconz now playing against Boland. Boland leading by 7 points to 5, but still first half, lots of action to come. Tom Cox there just trying to retrieve the ball from the base of the from the base of the scrum, not being able to find his way. Scrum feed for the Australia Iconz. They've had a bit of possession right now, and they are deep into the half of the Boland Cavaliers. Victor Odor just reading the riot act there, just telling them to...
Almost looked like the referee was actually trying to shake everyone's hands in there.
So the Iconz, no, they lose the ball there. But still they manage to retrieve it, but Victor Odor says there will be a scrum in favor of Boland. Boland leading by 7 points to 5 here. It's a Group C encounter. Next game, of course, Kenya Moran versus Royal Warriors. Handful of fans have trickled in here to the Mo International Sports Center, Kasarani. The weather is cloudy and overcast, but very much dry.
Interesting, William. You notice that the Boland number 10, Morinico, has a very interesting set of boots. He's got a pink boot and a blue boot. Some of these players are quite interesting. So you actually buy 2 pairs of boots and decide to actually keep one blue, another pink.
Yes.
We'll see him in the scrum putting right now and look at the boots and the colors that he has.
He reminds me of Nato Simiu during the Christie Sevens and the Prince Lu Sevens. He had a different shade of boot.
Well, let's say if it works for the goose, may not work for the gander. Potato, tomato, tomato, blue, pink, works well for him. So I bet look if you look at the picture right now, you see pink and blue boots leaning down in there. Maybe makes him feel like he'll run faster.
Yeah. Boland player there underneath, injured, being attended to by the medical team of Boland. Boland not one of the strong provincial sides in South Africa, but proving to be a very tough team here at the Safaricom Sevens.
Welcome to the 2014 edition of the Safari Sevens. Safaricom Safari
So
Sevens.
this will be a scrum feed. We've been on this part of the pitch for the longest time ever, but no team seems to be attacking, and it's advantage Boland who are able to pinch that ball from a scrum move there by Australia Iconz, but Australia Iconz able to retrieve the ball and go on a couple of yards, but still it's going to be an Australia Iconz line out. Halftime here. The referee Victor Dora has called for halftime, and it's Boland 7, Australia Iconz 5. Let's hear what the referee. Let's hear what the coaches are saying at halftime.
From international glory
I'm happy that I've defended the title and I won 2 years ago.
to personal life, from the young talent to the superstars,
I'm delighted that I was able to defend my title.
the legends.
Whenever I keep on training, I get better and better.
This is the home of the champions, setting the pace. Every Friday night at 8 p.m. only on Super Sports.
Scrummed Up, an all-new rugby magazine show that focuses on the region's rugby scene. Back off red. Player profile.
I started playing rugby back in high school.
Analysis. and a look at the legends from East Africa. Watch Scrum Down every Friday at 7:30 p.m. only on Suku Sports.
Back into the second half of action. Boland still leading 7 points to 5, but the Icons with the possession, trying to get something up, and they look like they'll have an early flourish. Scampering around by Stithugh. And yes, indeed, Stithugh will be good with the try. Icons with the second try. 10 points, Icons. Boland Cavaliers 7. Great Jared with the conversion attempt. Conversion good. So Icons pull on ahead. Icons 12, Boland Cavaliers 7.
Good break there from Boland. Good break there from the Australia Icons, who have taken off the blocks here in the second half, and they lead by 12 points to 7. Still a very tight cage game here between these two teams. And that kick did not go the full 10 meters. So referee Victor Dwar will give a half penalty to Boland. And the ball lost there by Boland and Australia Icons. Referee Victor Dwar says there will be a scrum put in because there was a knock on there, and it's going to be Boland ball. The Icons of Australia leading Boland by 12 points to 7. Lots of times. The game is still very tight as we speak.
Scrum put in there by Maurice Morineko. The Cavaliers, unfortunate error there, just knocking on the ball when all they need to do is just to cross in one last pass and get into the try box area. Less than 5 minutes remaining. They're trailing the Australian Icons 12 points to 7. The Icons look like they're just keen on shuttling the bodies left, right, and center, and just pushing their opponents into a corner of total discomfort.
Yes, it's a game that has been littered with so many mistakes, unlike the two previous games before. We saw Western Province against the Suzuki Whalers. We saw Argentina against Uganda. Was a bit more flawless, but this one has had a lot of scrum resets and too many knock-ons from both sides.
Score steady.
And Boland, oh, that was a very high tackle. That was a very high tackle, if you ask me, but Victor Dwar just allowing play to go on. And some good counter-attacking coming in from Boland. They need to score to tie up this game. And it's a neat, good tackling, good cover tackle there by the Australia Icons. But the referee penalizes Boland and the Oak and the Australian Icons, able to get out of their own half now into the center of the pitch. If you're just joining us, Caribou to the 2014 Safaricom Sevens edition at the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. This is the third game of the day in the senior category between the Australia Icons versus Boland. The Icons of Australia leading by 12 points to 7. Line out there, but the referee, Victor Dwar, deems it not to have been straight. So it will be a scrum feed to the Australia Icons. Our next game is between Kenya Morans versus the Welsh Warriors. Kenya Morans versus Welsh Warriors. And then after that, wow, Simba Saba face a baptism of fire as they face the flying Fijians in the shape of samurai. Less than 2 minutes remaining. Very tight game, if you ask me, between these two teams. And here come Australia Icons. A third try for them will probably kill off any hopes that Boland had of winning this game.
This and then I think there'll be some repercussions for throwing the ball away. That was totally uncalled for. There was a knock on, just a scrum put in, and now they'll be reduced to 6 men. Totally uncalled for, just what we'd probably call an old-timers brain fart moment.
Yes, clearly necessary. And the referees, of course, even at the IRB level, have been told to clamp down on dissent, throwing down the ball. So that's something which, of course, teams are very much aware about. Here come the Icons. But they're playing with 6 men while the Boland are a full complement of 7. And Boland being penalized, and time really winding down on the clock. 56 seconds to go.
Icons hanging on for dear life. They do have the penalty advantage. Seem to be having some bit of issues. One of the players still down on the ground. Referee going back to look at to confirm if he's okay. Time has been stopped. Looks like he needed to be reminded that he's in Africa. Just a slight knock on the head and needed to confirm a couple of details. Doesn't look too bad. He'll be able to continue.
Here come the Icons now. Can they finish with a flourish? Yes, they've got a good line break there. Some good support.
They elect to take contact. They only have 2 players on the extreme side of the pitch. Cavaliers just trying to retain their line, not looking at doing anything fancy, no counter-attack. Giving the Icons a chance to just keep their attack on the stride.
Samoa Alex there. And Samoa Alex will definitely put this game to bed now. The Icons is the last possible player, I think, if you ask me. 17, Boland 7. A very cagey tight game, Hilary Teller, by the way. Not so much to choose between these two sides, but the Icons just doing more than enough just to gain the win. 17 points to 7 with the conversion to come from the Icons. Coming up next after this game is the Kenya Morans. Kenya Morans versus the Welsh Warriors. And the conversion is wide, so it's final score. Australia Icons 17, Boland 7. Coming up next, it's Kenya Morans versus the Welsh Warriors. This will be a Pool C encounter.